Hi guys, so today we'll be discussing a question LCS. It's on leetcode. It's a medium level question. So we'll see what is longest common subsequence. LCS is longest common subsequence. All right. So there will be two strings, A, B, C, D, E. The other one is S2, A, C, E. All right. So what is subsequence? I'll give you an example to understand, make you understand. A, B, C, D, E. Is ABC a subsequence? Yes. Is ADE a subsequence? Yes. But is but is EDC a subsequence? Can you see any common thing here? EDC? No. Because here the order of E, D, C, D, E of these letters are different in the original string. All right. And here the order is entirely different. So this is not a subsequence. This is not a subsequence, right? Got it? Pretty easy. Now let's see. What is common subsequence? So the sequence of A, C, E is like the sequence of these letter is like this in S2, and we need to check if anything is common, if this subsequence lies in S1 or not. All right, that's all we need to check. So is C coming after A? Yes, true. Is E coming after C? Still true. So A, C, E. It's there in S1 also. So what is the maximum length of a common subsequence? 3. We need to give the output as 3. So the pre-requirements for the question is you need to know recursion. All right. And I will be solving in tabulation method. Whoever has done DP will understand. So I'll make you understand it in a very easy way. Who has done DP will get it in within a few minutes, no problem. But who has not done DP, I recommend you to first start DP, learn the basics of DP, then you can attempt this question. All right. So let's say, I'll give an example. A, B, C, D, E. A, C, E. Okay, this is S1, this is S2. I will give a hint of code here. All right, you'll get confused, I'm pretty sure, but when I will draw a table, everything will come into picture. All right, so let's say I need to explain you one thing before this. DP of I, what does this mean? Just tell me in a layman's language. Let's say these are stairs, this is nth step, that is last step, and we need to find DP of n. We need to find the number of ways to reach nth step, suppose. So what does DP of n means in this case? It means number of ways to reach the last step, that is nth step. Okay, easy. That's all you need to understand DP actually, for the basic part. Now similarly, in that language only, in those stairs language only, what I have said before, just tell me what is DP of I. It means nothing. Number of ways to reach ith step. That's all you need to know. Okay. Now, when I'm saying DP of I, right? When I'm saying DP of I, that means you know what is there in dp of I minus 1, I minus 2, I minus 3, and so on. So let me give you a hint. This is n, this is 0, this is I. So we know how many ways are there to reach I minus 1. If we know these many, if we know dp of I minus 1, then we can just add one more way and reach I. That's all. So what is dp of I in this case? Wait a second, let me erase this. Yeah. In this, I'm not talking about LCS, I'm asking it in a general manner. Alright. So dp of I minus 1 plus 1. Right. This is the way to reach ith step. Okay, that's all. Number of ways to reach the previous step plus 1. Understood? Okay. Now just keep this in mind, it will help here. So what do you understand? Let's say I indicates index of S1 while J indicates index of S2. Alright, so dp of I J, so dp of I J indicates what? Just tell me this much. What does this indicate? It means what is the maximum common subsequence length? Maximum length which you got until the ith index of S1 and jth index of S2. Okay, so what I was saying is I indicates S1's index and J indicates S2's index. So when I say dp of I and J, what does this mean? What was the maximum length when I reach till ith part or till ith index of S1 and jth index of S2? Okay, ith index of S1 and jth index of S2. That means so we can say that nothing, we can say very simply, it will take time to understand this part, so just pay it's very important here. Let's say S1 of I equal to S2 of J. I am writing down the cases. If this is the case, S1 of I double equals to S2 of J, we are checking if the element at S1 ith index and S2's jth index are equal, then that means we have found a subsequence. Understood? Let me show you. A, B, C, D, E, A, C, E. It's there. So the length before we start, before we do anything, the maximum length was 0, right? So when there was empty string, when S1 and S2 both are empty, the common subsequence length was 0. Now when we reached S1 of I is equals to S2 of J, then just need to add here 1 plus this part. That means we have found one length. We just need to add. That's all. Okay. So dp of I minus 1, whatever was the length before, dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1, because we have found a new subsequence. Whatever was the length before, in this case it was 0 plus 1, because we found the subsequence. So we have added plus 1. Now there can be another case. This case will take, this case you will take time to understand. Okay, so just what the second case would be, if I construct a table you will instantly understand this, but for now you will not understand, because on the first time I also didn't get, but now after constructing the table I have got. So just listen. Okay, so dp of I comma j minus 1 or dp of I minus 1 comma j. You have to take maximum of this. Whichever is max of these two you need to take. Now it's very easy. I'll make you understand using a table. It's nothing actually. Okay, we'll write s1 here, this side on the top. We'll write s2 here. Okay, so when both the strings are empty, I am indicating, we can't indicate like this, so I'm indicating by 5. Okay, 5 empty string. All right, this is s1, above 1 is s1, down 1 is left side, like the left side one is ACE, which is s2. We need to find the largest common subsequence length. Okay, so when both the strings are empty, that is 5, when both the strings are empty, then the common subsequence length is 0. Simple. s1 equals to s2 equals to, right? There is nothing common in between them, so length is 0. When s2 is 5, means s2 is empty but s1 is a, still there is nothing common in between them, so still it will be 0. Alright, similarly for this also 0, for this also 0, for this also 0, for this also 0. Why? When s2 is 5 and s1 is a, b, c, d, e, anything it may be, anything, just see, a, b, c, d, e, it may be anything, but if s2 is empty, then there is nothing common in between them, so the maximum length will be 0. That's all. Similarly, when s1 is 5, but when s1 is 5 and s2 is a, when s1 is 5 and s2 is a, so it will be also 0. Similarly, when s2 is 5, s2 is a, it will be 0. S1 is 5 and s2 is c, then also it will be 0, and e also it will be 0. The first column and first row will be 0. Now you'll understand the part where I said it will be tough. This maximum part, dp of I minus 1 comma j. You need to take max of these two. Okay, this part you will understand here very easily. There is nothing tough here. So in this part, if you see, when s1 is a, here and here, and coming to here now, as I have said the case here, this part, when s1 of j is equals to s2 of j, then you need to add the previous length plus 1. So the previous length was 0. Alright, plus 1 is 1. We have found a matching subsequence. When s2 is a but s1 is b, there is nothing common. so 0. When S1 is, S2 is A and S1 is C, still there is nothing common, but the maximum length is still 1, so we'll maintain it. 1 1 1. All right, understood? Because 0 is not greater than 1, guys, so we need to maintain it. Now when S2 is C and S1 is A, this part I'm saying about this part now, okay, this part and this part. S2 is C and S1 is A, there is nothing common but the previous length we need to maintain 1. When S2 is C, S1 is B, still there is nothing common, so the max length will still remain the same. When S2 is C and S1 is C, then we have found a common subsequence. So now, as I have said, S1 of J is equals to S2 of S1 of I is equals to S2 of J. Then we need to increment the length by 1, like whatever was the previous length, we need to add 1 and we need to increase the length. So it will be 2. Sorry, it will be 2. And when S2 is C, S1 is D, there is nothing common, so we need to maintain 2. Right? Now S2 is E and S1 is A, there is still nothing common, so we need to maintain 2. S2 is E, S1 is B, there is nothing common. S2 is E, S1 is C, nothing common. Still nothing common. S2 is E, S1 is D. Now S1 is E and S2 is also E, so the previous length was 2 and 2 plus 1, that is 3. Okay, that's all. But I have said that this case dp of I comma j minus 1, dp of I minus 1 comma j. Now we need to consider this case. Okay, come here, you will understand. Come this part, okay, this part I'm saying, okay, this part I have emptied this path, like this this portion I have emptied again. So now as you see, maximum length was 1. Now I have said if S1 of I is not equals to S2 of j, then we need to take maximum of dp of I comma j minus 1 or dp of j minus 1 comma I minus 1 comma j. That's maximum of these two we need to take. So as you can see, S1 of I and S2 of j is not equal. S1 of I is B while S2 of j is A, so they are not equal. What now you need to minus, you need to check the maximum. 0 is here, 1 is here, right? Now I minus, let's say if we take dp of I minus 1 comma j, okay, I is what? I is 2, right? I is 2 because I is equals to B and j is equals to 1. You need to take two cases, dp of I minus 1 comma j and dp of I comma j minus 1. You need to take maximum of these two. dp of I minus 1 is, I is what? 2. I is 2, right? I is 2 minus 1 is what? Yeah, dp of I minus 1, I is 2 and j is 1. So dp of I minus 1 is dp of 2 minus 1 is 1 comma 1, dp of 1 comma 1. See, dp of 1 comma 1 is 1, right? dp of 1 comma 1 is 1. So this gives, so dp of 1 comma 1 is 1. This gives 1. Now dp of I, that is dp of 2 and dp of 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 comma 0. What does 2 comma 0 give? See, dp of 2 comma 0, it gives what? It gives 0. 2 comma 0, it gives 0. 2 comma 0, dp of 2 comma 0 is 0. Okay, dp of 2 comma 0 is 0, and dp of I comma and what is the maximum out of 1 and 0? It's 1. You need to return that, so that's why we have filled here 1. So the code will be very easy now, I think so. There is nothing there in this code. I'll just write the pseudocode, you can write it later. For I equals to, for I equals to, I'm considering m as s1 length and n as s2 length. Okay, we know that dp of 0 comma 0 is 0 because both of the string are empty, so the common subsequence will be 0. Alright, and also I have initialized a vector, 2D vector, okay, with all elements are 0, okay, with size m plus 1 and n plus 1. This is s1 length, m is s1 length, and n is s2 length, right? Why I'm taking plus 1 is, in normal string, in the string we have not taken the case of empty string, but in dp we are taking the empty string case also. That's why there will be size plus 1. Easy. Okay, so now I'll write the code. For, we'll start the loop from where? We'll start the loop from I equals to 1 because we already have defined dp of 0 comma 0. I is less than s1 length and I plus plus. Similarly, a j loop, similarly from j equals to 1 to j less than n. Alright, so I've said both case. If s1 of I equals to s2 of j, if it happens, then we need to add 1 to the previous length. So what is the previous length? dp of, so dp of I j equals to what? dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1, and dp of, this one is done. Understood? I think I can write it a bit better. Forward this part if you understood. dp of I j equals to dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 plus 1. Else dp of, else what I should write? And you take max of, if s of s1 of I and s2 of j is not equal, then what I need to take max of? We need to take max of, I'm writing this here, okay, max of dp of I minus 1 j or dp of I comma j minus 1. No, simple. Now you need to return dp of m n. Okay, one thing I missed it here. Very simple though. I minus 1 double equals to S2 of J minus 1. S1 of I minus 1 is double equals to S2 of J minus 1. Because we are starting the loop from 1, so we need to check one step back up always. I minus 1, J minus 1. Understood?